Hello and welcome to the Knights of Last Call. It's been a minute since we've done a product review, but we got a special one today, Bob. What do we got?
Well, I reached out to Beadle Grimm.
Okay.
We are doing Pathfinder. That's one of our big things, and they are releasing a bunch of Pathfinder stuff recently. They've been doing a lot of D&D stuff. Now, what they do is they take a concept or products that D&D, Pathfinder, other RPG, and other games do, and they make it better, amazing, like amplified to the nth degree. And so there's like a premium product is usually their thing. And so because we're doing Pathfinder 2, reached out and they said, we would love you to take a look at our Pathfinder 2 stuff. They said they have an Absalom product.
Right.
I don't really know what's in it, though. I've seen other people say they're reviewing it. I avoided all those clicks. I know it's beefy and it's something to do with Absalom. And again, caveat, Beadle Grimm did send this to us. So, you know, if there's any bias, I don't know. I'll try to be unbiased as possible.
Sure.
And we can really get into this thing if you really want to. I know it's packaged by goblins.
I do see that.
Yeah, it was packaged by goblins. But, you know, gotta have your knife always ready, guys, just in case. I don't know what's in here, though.
Well, it's got a packing receipt. There's that.
Disregard.
Disregard.
I just know this box was heavy.
Well, good job with that knife. You could have really messed that up. Oh, never mind.
Oh, all right.
What is
This.
that? I don't know.
All right. Well, we've got a designer gift bag or something.
The Pickled Imp Antiques and Keepsakes gift bag. I don't really know what that's about. Seems a little odd.
Oh, maybe this
I
is
gotta
like
cut some more.
a place in Absalom.
Oh, is it?
Oh, that's probably exactly what it is.
Oh.
All right. Well, we got.
I know we reviewed the book.
All right. Well, we've got this.
That should be the big map, is my guess.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
I'm gonna start rolling that guy out.
This big. Look, it's got the eye. It's got the symbol.
Yeah.
It looks like it is. It's a 2.
The map vaults.
Smells.
Yeah. How about I do that one? You grab the next thing.
Yeah.
Here, Bob. Why don't you get this? thing
Yes,
out
sir.
So that we can.
Oh, my gosh.
Let the people see.
This is the heavy part of the.
Let's let actually people might want to
Whoa.
see. People might actually want to see what we're product reviewing here.
Okay.
So these are nicely engraved wooden coasters.
Okay, here. Why don't
That's
we
actually pretty
We'll
sweet.
set it over here so people can see it at home. All right, we got. All right, looks like this is part of the Tristripe Society. I guess that's another Absalom thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very nice wooden coaster. It's to be made out of.
Yeah, what wood is
I
that?
was say this is up your alley.
Can you recall knowledge?
Can I recall? I failed.
Well, I must
It's made out of plastic.
I must lie to you.
Yeah, it's not walnut. I don't know what it is. Might be, but it's definitely got a charcoal honey color. You know what? It's walnut.
Is it just the stain?
No, I think it's walnut. I think this is just sapwood.
Feel the weight of this thing.
I think it's just sapwood.
Oh,
That is quite. I don't know what's in it, but it weighs.
this has got to be like, what do you think, 10 pounds?
The whole package was 16. I don't imagine that was a few pounds, so I imagine it's 15 pounds.
Yeah, so let me show the camera. Here we go.
Yeah.
This is the map vault.
Yep.
And so we're going to crack
Let Derek
this.
pick that up.
Yeah. Have Derek pick that thing up.
This is the gold edition. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's definitely heavy.
Yeah.
Let's take a look here.
Oh, did they include a core rule book? That would explain it.
I know the book itself is heavy.
it's slightly smaller than the CRB, so
well,
that checks out. Oh yeah, did we get this map thing open yet?
It's open, but it's one of those situations where,
You don't want to ruin it?
well, it's not. I don't care. But it's really packed tight in there, and so when you start to pull it out, it
yeah,
You want
there
it
we
curl?
go. There we go.
very nice.
There we go.
Let's get this.
I mean, the tube is kind of cool.
Oh yeah, the tube is very cool. All right, here we go. Well, yeah, it is a gigantic.
Oh, is it all the maps?
A lot of them. Oh, look at
wow,
this.
look how pretty.
Battle maps.
Yeah, look at this. This is very pretty.
Oh, wow. This is actually an interesting paper, too.
Yeah, it's a very high quality glossy paper.
Oh.
This one's different.
This one is not glossy.
Oh, okay, that's more of like a vellum, maybe.
Yeah.
Make sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
for
we're
blocking.
stealing it away from our
trying to
viewers.
open it up here,
This is supposed to be for people at home.
We're
but-
excited, so we're just looking at it.
feel that. That's nice.
Yeah, this is it's just a very heavy tooth paper,
Yeah.
probably like a 300 gram per inch paper. So this is obviously this is a map of the Isle of Kortos. We can see Otari if you're playing Abomination Vaults.
Or the beginner box.
Or the beginner box. So this is a very cool little, very in-game map, which is very cool. And then we have these a set of very gorgeous maps. So we start with these, and these are essentially.
Oh, this is the map, the PDF map.
This is the map of the
these
city.
are parts of it, so you have to hang all these up.
This is how big Absalom.
That would take up a good chunk of that wall.
You need all 4 of these. Here we go, Bob. That's us. That's how big.
Well, what's that one?
Yeah, what's this one here?
What?
This is another part of the map.
Oh, is that just zoomed out?
that is the everything, including the outlands and
so that's a zoomed out
harbor.
version.
So that's the zoomed out version.
Got it.
And then this here, you can see it kind of overlaps a little bit.
Yeah.
This is the actual whole city. So this is very reminiscent of the Waterdeep box set,
Yes.
Menzo Baranzan box set that just had these extremely cool maps.
First, second edition had these box sets all the time, and they were incredible.
Right. It's unfortunate you have to pay $400 freaking dollars. What is the art?
They were a little bit cheaper.
I think it's about $350 for this.
$350 on this. So
Yeah.
I'm excited, and now I'm a little cautious. $350 is a lot.
It is a lot for a lot of people.
That being said, there is something
really like maps.
really, really cool about poster maps. I don't know how.
Agreed.
I like them too.
It's such a cool thing to do.
When you had your other old Pathfinder map out earlier, I was like, I could frame that and put it on the wall. And I was so excited
we actually
about it.
used to have not literally that map, but the same map hung up in the basement where we play our Friday game.
Like that kind of map, this is the kind of map I would frame and put on a wall. Like this is beautiful to me.
The only thing I will say about this map is, and this is not a thing about Beadle and Grimm. This is a thing about the PDF map itself. It's very artistic, right? Like, there's no key on it. There's no like 47, 48, 49, which can be nice, when you can like look at the whole city and then you see, oh, that's where that is.
Right.
There's kind of a coolness to it. But it also included with
Are these like locations in the city?
They must be now. Number one, these things are. I mean, here.
Oh, this is the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, here. I'll pass one over here to you, Smith, so you can take a look. The feel of them is.
Oh, this is high. Yeah, very high quality.
It's very cool.
Well, this makes sense because you're gonna be playing on this.
So it's almost like a plastic.
Double-sided too.
Yeah, it's almost like a plasticky finish. This is. You can see here. This is the Grand Bazaar. And it's a very. I mean, I love the illustrations around the edge.
Yeah, these are very high end too.
This art is fantastic.
Right.
I love the shading.
Does it look like it was made in Dungeon Draft?
I was gonna say that, but that's the look I get from this. But I can't tell if the clip art obviously is from something more higher end.
Or like Incarnate?
Yeah.
It looks like it was made in Dungeon Draft or Incarnate.
Yeah.
Honestly, it really does.
It's got that like shading kind of thing. That
it's got that kind of
have.
cell shading look to it.
Yeah.
It really does. But it's very pretty. And it's got this, I love that it has.
I love the compass.
Yeah, it's got the big compass, but I also look like the corner.
Yeah.
Like the crystals in the corner.
Yeah, a border. It gives it it gives it a sense of place.
Right. It's got a little, here's the Crimson Coin Tavern. Very, very cool. All right. Well, the poster maps are great. We can put these in the center here.
Yes, sir.
They have the problem that all poster maps have, which is this rolling up.
Here's the thing, though.
It's chaos.
You guys figured out the worst way to put them back.
It's chaos.
And Aaron put his backwards. That's cool. At least they don't have the fold lines.
Correct. No, I'm not really
The
complaining.
fold lines are annoying.
The fold lines are annoying. So
This is already clean, crisp, ready to go.
that being said, how are you going to store these in the poster tube? I guess.
You
But then
have to.
They're never going back in that thing.
But I feel like they're never going back in that thing. And then if you do store it in the poster tube, it's never going to lay flat.
Yeah.
Right. Then, more importantly, a poster tube is a lot harder to deal with than something that you can just stack and put into onto a bookshelf.
I mean, I know they have poster tubes for like transport, so it's not like the worst case deal. You just got to, but where are you putting in the meantime?
But to be clear, that is not what you're paying for when you buy
I
this.
assume it's whatever's in this thing. The
Correct.
gold edition Absalom, City of Lost Omens, Beadle Grimm.
Okay.
Gold edition.
Bob's really bad at this.
It's my first time ever opening.
What is that?
So what's in the gold edition? Dear Adventure, if you love poetry or ever went to high school, then you're probably familiar with Robert Frost's famous musings about a pair of diverging roads in a yellow wood. In the poem, one of these roads is plagued with dragons. The other road, one could also call it a path, full of dragons as well. But it's also home to a healthy dose of...
All right, Bob, we shouldn't have given you the reading.
Don't give me the reading.
Good try. Good try.
Like, what is that
Bob,
word?
Look at this. It's something that's shiny.
Oh, a pin. Oh my gosh, I love pins too.
Yeah. So what we get in here is we get custom jewelry. We've got a set of Absalom coins.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep. Look at this. It's a set of coins bearing the
nice.
the mark of a rodent, and it's like the denominations from that. We've got
I know because they showcase these in the book itself.
Yep. We've got an Aspis Consortium token, a City Watch badge, an Archimanium pin. That's the Archimanium pin. A set of 4 wooden.
These have nice weight to them too.
And an Absalom coin of completion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so these are really nice, high quality metal.
Yeah, these
hand one out to each of your players.
This
very cool. This looks like the Orin.
This one's actually this one has a very mystic look to it. Very
cool.
I don't know. It does something to that one. It feels great. I mean, I love pins, so you guys see my bag. It's full of pins.
All right.
These are pretty cool, and they have some good weight to them.
And this is the Beadle and Grimm's Pathfinder Absalom official collector token. So this is some very cool stuff.
Almost real-time-ish.
We've got the poster maps of the city. We got the Starstone Isle map. We've got the easy to use district maps. We've got the battle maps. By the way, you get Besmara's Boardwalk, the Crimson Coin, the Grand Bazaar, Sewer Dragon's Lair, Terag's Fungi Farm, and the Verdurous Torsion. But you also get an entire box full.
Was this NPCs?
Geesh, of handouts, all on individual cards.
Are those 200 some NPCs from the book?
I think these are all the locations in the book here.
Oh, wow.
And these might be all the people in the book. I don't know what this is.
Hey, this is kind of cool. They kind of made the book usable.
Yeah, sadly, it kind of does. There's handouts. There's rumor cards that you can pass out to people.
So that's what's in the book too, the rumors.
Yeah, show this in the camera. Like, this is a location card. It has the traits and the description and the map.
Yeah, so these are what they always called out during the book, like number 1 in this city, number 2 in this city, etc. I believe these are all each individual NPC. It's a tent.
So you can put it over your GM screen.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh,
you can put it over your GM screen. So I put this like this. You see the art, and you see, okay, I've got lawful evil male human assassin level 16, and it's got some information about him and a piece of the art.
Yeah.
So
pretty
good. I mean, it's very cool.
They made the book useful. Good.
I mean, it's very neat. It's very awesome. A lot of stuff in here. They did that for all the NPCs. They did that for all the locations.
I assume so.
Not all the locations. I'm sure there's literally hundreds.
I don't know.
Well, that looks like a good amount.
That's a good stack.
Then we also have this, which is a bunch of in-world handouts. So these are like handouts that you would give to your players that are supposed to be like posters and things that you would get, like would be real inside Absalom. So there's a bunch of cool stuff here. Very cool. And then
then on this, it also talks about the NPCs that are in this location. So then you can, I think, reference back to those.
Sure.
So these are tented again. All these are tented.
Become a citizen of Absalom. Little flyers and stuff.
And
what are the cards?
These are the rumor cards.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
There was that rumor table in the book.
You just shuffle it up, then pull out a rumor.
I guess, yeah, you don't have to roll for it then, and you can sort of give them a physical rumor.
That's cool.
In the book. And they're
written.
They're sort of like scripted and totally different. All of them are different writing styles, Derek.
Oh yeah, because they're all from.
That's pretty cool. That's not bad.
That's very neat. So is the book actually in there?
No, the weight.
It is.
Oh, it is?
It's just divided into a bunch of softcover pages.
So that's per chapter then, or
it's per section of
per
the
section.
group.
Yeah,
that's actually smart. Again, that makes it
makes instead of having the gigantic, massive book.
It's a big book.
You get all the areas are sort of broken up. Our version of Absalom City of Lost Omens is broken down into many shorter but more manageable books. This way you can focus only on the district that you're currently using and set all the others aside. There's a book specifically for the NPCs and a book specifically for the districts.
That's great.
So all this stuff is these are all player handouts, and they're all meant to be very...
Yeah, they're in character.
This kind of stuff I think can really benefit a campaign. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is fluff. Right. But people feel like
it's immersive, and it pulls you in, and it gives you useful information.
You get
like old sort of cartoony
custom Absalom GM
that's
screen.
pretty sweet.
Oh, wow, that looks great.
I mean, this is like a newspaper thing that we're sort of looking at.
Oh, wow, you're going to love this.
Oh, boy.
Actually. Okay.
Aaron or me?
Aaron, but I mean, especially. Okay. So this is, again.
It's like handwritten notes.
This is probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So on the front, you've got what you've come to expect from a GM screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just some high-end art.
So I'm going to show this to the camera first, but look at the back of this thing. I'm going to pass this to Aaron, and now I'm going to phone. Now, imagine you're running a game in Absalom.
Right.
And that's your screen.
Right. Okay. We're running a game, Absalom. Oh.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh, this is so good.
It's so good.
It's exactly what I need.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. I'm going to talk about this a little bit. So,
Go for it.
so you got your basic things that you need on a screen at all times, right? Like your DCs by level and adjustments and stuff like that, right? Simple DCs, cover. They also have important rules that you don't have on the traditional screen, like travel speed, which matters when you're traveling through a massive city like this, right? But then what really makes this awesome is that you got a list of the factions on here and the signs and sigils, which are too many to remember, right?
Correct.
So you got the military, the guilds, the factions, the noble houses, the government, things that like when I was reading the book, I go, this is really important. I need to remember these things. I'm never going to remember these things. Well, get this set. You don't have to, right? You got the map. Derek already showed this. But and a list of the locations between the second and the third screen, which is fantastic. And a list of all the temples, the political parties, and of course the transport table. Right.
Naturally.
But no PF2 rules?
No.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
You have the ones that you really need. Like I actually use these ones a lot.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, obviously they had to give up something, but I like that what they gave up, was pretty, thing. I like to have the map here, information about all the places, all the churches, where things are. Like this would be really, really fun to have as a quick glance and a quick,
Yeah. Super useful.
It's actually really readable too, even with some of the symbols.
Oh,
yeah, it's nice.
The art's fantastic. The presentation's fantastic.
Yeah,
and the art in the book was great too.
Right, this is really great. And then lastly,
not even lastly. So inside that Pathfinder or that handout also is this. I don't know if you guys will like this. I'm pretty sure these are. Random generated characters.
It comes with 4 pre-generated characters.
Pre-gens,
It comes with 4 in this Tales from the Warehouse. It comes with a series of 4 connected mini adventures.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, okay. So you really could just run this with this box.
Which really use the battle mats that they included.
Oh, cool.
So, it's kind of a series of adventures that sort of tie into the battle mats.
Let me see these characters.
And then last but not least, we've got a little folder.
Yep.
That has a bunch of more handouts. It's got all the maps of all of the districts sort of on a single sheet of paper. And then
and you can make notes.
You can write notes on it.
That's pretty cool.
It's just got all the different maps.
The blue book.
Of all the it's like the blueprints to the city, I suppose.
Yeah, so you're sort of just handing this stuff out to your players. I did not know about that having its own adventure.
It's also a lot easier to put this down on a lot of maps than it's going to be to put down that massive map.
Yeah, it's almost like that's your showcasing your background, and then this is sort of in between.
Yeah.
And then
so I think
this is pretty interesting.
Interesting party. Champion, bard, wizard, rogue.
I'm interested. That's kind of cool.
I like it. I was like, oh no, are we gonna have like the investigator?
I mean, it's a very nice.
What did you say it was? Champion,
champion, bard, wizard, rogue.
They're gonna keep a core rule book, I imagine.
Yeah.
So I mean, overall, it's expensive for sure.
Quality's phenomenal.
Here's the thing: with a lot of things like this, a lot of times I worry that what you're paying for is just the collectible item,
and there's a big part of that,
which is this kind of stuff.
Which is this kind of stuff.
The pins, the coins, which is fun for some people, but it's definitely not for everyone.
Here's the thing: you're paying a lot of money, and you get something that, quite frankly, might not actually make that big of a difference at your table.
Correct.
Okay? But this actually seemed to be pretty chock full of some pretty cool ideas. And while, I may not necessarily be, if you look at our initial review, which I'll put right here of Absalom, we thought there were certain issues or problems with the book. But one of them would be that it was a monstrous of a tome. Yeah. And if you were really serious about running a game set in Absalom, I mean, I think that this would be such a fun asset to have.
One of our biggest complaints with the book is that you couldn't use it at the table.
Yes, it was.
And so if I was going to run an Absalom game, if I was that serious, I would probably fork out the cash to get this because splitting out the books, the cards, the screen.
Sure.
You know, like independent of all the fun, fluffy stuff, which still has value, by the way. Showing the coins is very immersive.
Oh,
you know,
I think
the handouts.
giving this to someone feels there's
Well,
intrinsic
but,
value.
They made
that.
this campaign setting manageable.
Sure, but even like something like if you have one of these gorgeous custom battle mats that's specific to the thing that you're doing, and like instead of weighting it down in the corner with like a freaking can of beer,
pens,
if you're using these coins to just like
that's kind of cool.
That's good.
They're kind of scattered across your table. The City Watch badge, it's placed at the one corner to keep it down. It just adds a certain level of look, it's expensive. There's no doubt about that. And you're paying for not only the exclusivity, but it's probably a fairly limited print run.
Yeah. But I think if you're dedicated to running your game in Absalom, or some kind of setting, I mean,
it's cool.
This would be legit for
these
them.
guys do other.
Well, for 5e they do.
They do a ton for 5e.
So this is their first.
I don't know if it's their first, but they are trying to grow into that space.
Got it.
For Pathfinder 2.
Yeah, so this is one of their bigger ones that they've been releasing recently, especially with the Absalom book coming out.
So
so watch your career. Great interest.
So for a premium product, it's hard to. I don't want to like knock it and say it's too expensive, right? Because obviously at a certain point you're no longer paying for value.
Yeah,
you're paying for the bling.
Okay, but what's the price of the book? Wasn't that like $50? $60?
No, it's like closer to $60, $70.
So just cut that off the price.
Sure,
right?
and I am.
So the thing is it's under $300 for everything else, all the tools that you need and all the fluff.
But I would imagine that most people who are buying this already own the book. Okay,
maybe.
So I mean, I do think it's
maybe only in PDF.
It is chock full. You are getting a ton of stuff, but don't make any delusions. Right, this is a premium product for a premium audience. And personally, unless you are really committing, unless you really love collecting stuff, or you're really committing to doing a very Absalom focused campaign, I don't think. It'd be hard to get your money's worth out of it. But if you were going to be running a campaign where this GM screen is going to come up again and again, where you're going to get a ton of great mileage out of all these cool NPC cards and all these cool location cards, that I think would be really worth it.
Do these guys sell this stuff ever like piecemeal?
Not that I've seen.
No.
Okay.
The idea is that you could buy the book from Paizo,
but you can't buy the screen.
But you can, but you can buy our premium product.
Yeah.
From us,
right.
Because I mean,
if I have that wrong,
that makes sense.
I mean, like,
because you like that screen a lot.
I like that screen.
Well, no. So let me put it this way, okay? Absalom and running an Absalom, not a thing. It's not something I'm as interested in. But Abomination Vaults is an example of a product I really like. If they sold a premium Abomination Vault, which had a ton of now, because I'm thinking about it, right? I'm thinking about it from Absalom.
Yes.
Big city campaign isn't my personal tea,
right?
But if I had a custom Abomination Vault GM screen that had a bunch of information, maybe a lot more information about haunts, maybe a lot more information about the dungeon itself
when you need it,
key NPCs, what are the levels of the dungeon,
or like beautiful maps of those levels,
or the key locations that or like a big poster map of each of the dungeon levels.
Right?
Would I pay $300 for that?
Yes.
Yeah, I would.
Yes.
I would. So
this comes down to how much you are going to run your game in Absalom.
Absolutely.
Right. That's exactly what it is.
Right.
It's probably worth it for that.
And I would do
specific
it.
thing.
And a great example of that, I would do that for Abominations Vault. I would do that for the Abomination Vault Adventure Path, which is a 10 level. It's not even a 20 level. It's a 10 level. I would not buy it for like Malevolence, right, where it's one adventure.
Right.
Fair enough.
Right. And so if you were only going to run Absalom,
you're also going to get your money's worth out of it.
Right. If you were only going to run Absalom for these 4 mini adventures, that's rough.
Yeah.
But if you're going to run
a campaign, be the heart of your campaign.
But if you're running a heart of your campaign here, and they are going to be here for months and months of play, then I think you would get your money out of it.
Yeah.
I think it's excellent. I kind of like Nicky Tic Tacky, things.
And I guess there's something for everybody, because to be clear with me, I was like, okay. Then I saw the cards and I was like, okay, but to be honest with you, the GM screen is what really sold me on it.
I like the screen. I like the battle maps. I like the cards.
I like the GM
I like the mini books.
Okay. Yes, I like the mini books as well, because again, that was one thing that we thought would be really problematic to have at the table.
Really, I only have one complaint. It didn't come with a stuffed hamster.
wrong product. All right. Well, overall,
no, what's the Absalom? Was it the goblin with the tuxedo?
Oh yeah,
no, it's a troll.
Troll with a tuxedo.
So you should have had that in there for you, Derek,
or a stuffed Shoonie. Right,
just for Derek.
Shoonies are from Absalom,
of course.
But again, thank you, Beadle Grimm, for sending this. I hope that you listening got an idea of what you can see from them and what you're going to see going forward. So again, thank you so much for sending this to us, and hopefully this review helped anyone looking for their products and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's great.
Yeah, I hope they do more in Pathfinder.
Yeah,
I'm super excited.
I'm definitely excited for Pathfinder stuff. I know they do great jobs for D&D. I know a lot of people like their D&D line. And so it's really cool to see them branching into Pathfinder and really giving some of these people that don't want to do D&D that same experience of that premium product. And like you said, I think really hits home. If it's going to be for campaigns that they're really interested in, they will want to buy that as well.
All right. Well, overall, I think we're all impressed. So
yeah, good job.
Good job.
Thank you for sending it.
I thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let us know what you think. Leave a comment, if you thought this video was helpful. Leave a comment below. Is a sort of ultra premium product something that you would be interested in? Or are you thinking about running an Absalom game? Let us know below. And of course, if you're a fan of the channel and this video, feel free to subscribe or take a look below at a link to our Patreon where you can sign up to get more of the nights, including some exclusive offers and access to our exclusive mega game, our bonus content, and of course our famous Discord server. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for all of us here at Nights. So on behalf of Aaron and Bob, I'm going to say we'll see you next time on Nights of Last Call.
Peace.
Peace.